What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with more Danmachi, and today we are talking about the new heroic trial, and this is a really important one, okay? Now, I told you guys this was coming. This is absolutely awesome. It's something we've been waiting a long time for. I've been telling you guys over and over and over again, if you do not have FOXY Princess Haruhime, you absolutely need her. Now, the thing about heroic trials, understand if you grab this unit and you don't have, or this bond, and you don't have her, it is not going to instantaneously give you that unit. It is only going to give you the bond. So you need to have Haruhime before you can grab her. But for those of you that may have gotten her recently or only recently gotten into the game and have been searching for this unit, like I said before, I hate to say use a paid gacha, but the paid gacha is kind of your best bet to acquire her. Now, there are other ways to do it. Obviously, we've got the free gacha. Speaking of which, I haven't even done mine today. Let's go ahead and do that real quick to kick this off. Might as well. I was going to save it for stream, but while we're talking about it, you could, in theory, grab her through here. Odds are pretty slim, but maybe, for those of you new players, maybe luck will be in your favor. I've already heard some people say they've gotten her through here, so you never know. Actually, I think she's acquirable through here. I think she is. Let's double check. Maybe I'm wrong in that regard, but I thought... Let's see. Gotcha details. Gotcha campaign. Yeah. That's what I thought. Every general pool 4 stars in there. So maybe you'll get lucky you pull her. But then you need bonds, right? And you're like, man, it's going to take forever to scare up bonds on her. Well, first of all, you'd want to use prism bonds. Second of all, at all cost, if you absolutely do not have bonds on her, don't have enough bonds on her, don't have her maximum broken, make sure you come down here and you acquire her bond. She's first and foremost in this. I always tell you guys use assists. Literally everybody else in this is an assist, but she's that important, honestly. Now, if you don't have her, all the other assists in here are pretty decent. Azure Goddess, she's a great assist. I've just never used her because she never fit on my team, but what she does is pretty respectable. Soma's here, yeah, but I really think Ares is probably way better. And the outside Arario bond for the Eyes assist is also really, really good. It would probably honestly go Haruhime, Ares, Eyes, and then Hestia, Soma, in my opinion. But neither here nor there. Let's get into the event. Now, I do like to fight the EX battles. I like to make sure I can go in here and take on the EXs because, well, very simply put, if I can fight the EXs, then that means I probably stand a pretty respectable chance of auto-battling very hard. So while I am building an insane team here to take on the EX level, you probably don't need to build something this insane if you just are looking to take on very hard or whatever. This is literally just me trying to build a really awesome team and kind of follow the rules of this event to show you guys that this is kind of how you assemble a team. My head is all sideways and it's driving me nuts. There we go. It's a little better. Whatever. Neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, before we do that, the thing you need to know, 2 things, okay? Number 1, this does favor dark magic units. So you want to make sure that you're debuffing magic and you're using magic units if at all possible. You're debuffing dark, you're doing dark units if at all possible. In this case, I've got 2 dark magic units and Rage Otaro. I do prefer to use single targets, but all these units have a really respectable single target attack. And I am using units to debuff, assists to debuff both dark and magic, so that is going to help out very significantly. Also worth noting that Bell, because you're fighting Bell and Haruhime, Bell will stun. So use your stun anklets. I've produced a number of videos on this. If you have any confusion on that, refer back to the 101 video I did a couple weeks ago where we talked about the anklets that everybody got in the game. But use your stun anklets or else you're not going to have a good time. If Bell stuns you, life is going to suck. Now we're going to come out of here and we're going to go ahead and do our general buff debuff stack. Really nothing out of the ordinary than we've ever done before, but you want to make sure you debuff really early on, because I've had a bad habit in my first attempts at this where Bell comes out of the gate and just hammers down on one unit and just favors that one unit until somebody is gone. And it's usually somebody pretty critical in my team. Looking at you, Haruhime. So, for me, I really feel like putting Haruhime on the front lines to get that debuff out, that helps a lot. Then getting all of my units here to just kind of buff and debuff themselves to the point at which they need to be at also helps a lot too. This Chloe, she's an older Chloe, but she has a 35% dark resist. So that 35% dark resistance can be really important in getting the kind of damage I want out of everybody else. Okay? Now, I can't go in here and I can buff, I can do Haruhime's second buff. I'll probably do that when Otaro drops in here, like he did right now. That way, everybody's going to get a little bit more damage. Now, almost from this point forward, I'm going to focus a lot on single target attacks. The reason I'm going to do that... So there's two thoughts on this, okay? Bell is the main attacker. We can get rid of Bell. But Haruhime will do debuffs, as you can see here. Strength and magic are down 30%. That's the big debuff Haruhime put on us. So, Haruhime's debuff sucks, and her heal is going to be atrocious. I just wonder if we're trying to take on Belle while we're taking on her, if we're just taking excess damage. Because once she's gone, or once he's gone, he's not going to be producing damage. We can just free and clear take her out. So I think I'm going to get rid of Belle first. That's going to be my thought process on this. So now I'm going to go ahead and focus on single target attacks. And the main reason I'm going to do that, the main reason I'm going to do that is because I want to get rid of Belle first. AoE attacks are good, but when you have two units, single target attacks sometimes just count for so much more. Okay? Now, Otaro has a really good defensive buff he can apply to himself, but I don't think we're going to need it here, hopefully. So I'm just basically going to focus from this point on his single target attack and just try to get rid of Belle. Alright? Now, when I have a double attack, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double SA. I'm going to do Haruhime and probably Ryu, because as you'll notice here, we have debuffed Dark quite a bit, and we've debuffed Magic quite a bit, so taking advantage of those debuffs is going to be absolutely just the best possible scenario. Now, it is worth noting, when we go in here, if you count up all the debuffs I put on them and all the buffs I put on them, naturally when you come in here before you apply any buffs or debuffs, Dark is going to be down 20%, and Magic is going to be down 20%. Haruhime looks like her physical is also down 20%, but Belle, I don't believe, is affected by that. No, Belle is neutral on his physical. So, basically debuffing these units, maybe Haruhime's... No, she's still down. She's weak to everything. No, that's Belle. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, magic resistance is down 25%. So, she would have been down 15%. No, she would have been neutral. So, Haruhime's weak to physical, Belle's weak to magic. So, once again, Otaro's going to be doing a pretty good job. Now, I could focus then Otaro on Haruhime, but I think it's going to be in our best interest to get rid of Belle first and then worry about Haruhime. So, let's just go ahead and basically continue on. Pardon me, fall allergies are driving me up the wall. So, here we go. Turn 6, we finally have that. And yes, I probably should have done Yosuga on turn 4. I wasn't paying as close attention as I probably should have. So, I don't think we lost anything, though. Let's see. Now, everything seems to be in play. And we are not debuffed. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double SA with Haruhime and with Ryu. Because Ryu, being the magic unit, is going to do a little bit more than Otaro's doing just because of everything going on. Now remember, Haruhime here is going to give 100% buff to everybody. So I don't think the Haruhime in this fight will do that. We'll have to see. I haven't gotten that deep in here yet, but fingers crossed. So here we go. Alright, now this attack should do fairly decently. Emphasis on fairly decently. Obviously, we'd see better numbers out of single target, but everybody's AoE in their essays, so... Okay, actually, that did pretty respectably. There was that HP regen kicking in, and we're going to go back to doing all single target attacks, and we're going to get rid of Bell on turn 7. Can we? Can we? There we go. No, no, no. Is it going to be turn 8? It's going to be turn 8. All right. Bam. Got him. Perfect. Perfect. Now, I believe the S clear condition is turn 9, or is it turn 15? I think it's turn 9. So I don't think I'm going to get an S clear on this. This does mean I'm going to have to amend my team a little bit. Maybe put some different units on here. Maybe focus more on physical, because I know we've gotten some newer physical units that are going to be a little bit better. But let's just see. Let's just see what happens. What the hell? So I am aware this is an AoE attack. It's not going to be the best thing ever. But it is going to hurt. Bam. Good. So let's focus on single targets and just take Haruhime out. We could probably take her out pretty quick. And once again, this isn't the best team ever by a long shot. This is literally... Oh, you know what? You know what? Why am I using her? I need to use Otaro, because Otaro's physical and she's weak to... Well, actually, no. She's weaker to... I think she's actually still weaker to magic. Whatever. Let's see what Otaro does. Yeah, nope. Nope, Ryu was doing better. Irrelevant, you notice now she is just falling. So, yeah. She'll be gone here in just a matter of a couple of turns. There we go. And see, that's why I say it's so critically important to focus on your single target attacks whenever possible. Because, frankly, they do so much more damage than AoEs. So when it's double units like this, don't get too roped into this idea of, oh, I've got to use, single target or whatever. Use whatever you got. Now, I do not have the new, yes, it's 9 turns for the S clear condition. So I do not have any of the new dark units, the dark physical units that we just recently got. I do not have any of those max limit broken. So I'm going to come back tonight on live stream. We're probably going to retry this. But I'm willing to bet if we just do a very hard run here and auto battle, we'll probably get a decent clear on it, maybe if not an S clear, pretty close. So that's how you build this team. Focus on dark units. If I suppose if you have the new units, focus on physical. Since Haruhime is weak to physical, you can still debuff Bell enough. I just like to get rid of Bell first. Now, getting rid of Haruhime isn't a bad tactic. Haruhime is going to heal. She's going to do a few other things. Obviously, she does those debuffs, which are a pain in the butt. But I just found Bell to be the bigger threat. So let me know what tactics you guys used. What kind of scores did you get? Did you S clear EX? What did you do? But make sure if you need that Haruhime bond, you pay attention to this and you knock this out as quickly as possible. Because you know you're going to want that. So we'll probably come back here and revisit this, and maybe I'll do a few more summons tonight and try to get some of those new dark units, and maybe we'll try to revisit that on live stream. So if my ISP allows it, I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern to do the live stream. That's a big if, because it's kind of been a pain lately. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's that, guys. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments section down below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments as well. Like, comment, share. It does not look like this is going to be successful, but I'm going to let it run, see what happens. Who knows? Actually, they're almost dead already, so it probably just needs a little bit more defense. Either way, like, comment, share. I'll be back at you guys with more Danmachi very soon.